it's me, Jack, and I want to welcome you to episode 1 of Noises from the Bear Cave. We got a great show in store for you today. This podcast is going to explore our changing educational environment, where students are faced with many new challenges. They're asked to be problem solvers and innovators. The struggle comes as students risk not having the position to own their learning experience in the classroom. Today we're going to be exploring how students at Jose Ortega are taking an innovative approach to enhancing their learning experience and increasing student agency in their learning. I'm joined today by Donovan, Nellie, and Malia, all 5th grade students from Jose Ortega Elementary. Welcome to our program.
Thanks for having us.
So Nellie, can you please let us know what challenge you and your team were tasked to tackle?
Yeah, so at Jose Ortega, it was found that students are given limited ways and opportunities to make their learning, thinking, and opinions more public. When we asked students what are the different ways they're able to speak their minds, they said speaking up in large groups or journaling. We wanted to know more about what was going on in students' minds and their thoughts and what would create a better opportunity to make their thinking public, learn from each other, and most importantly, have fun while doing it.
Wow, that sounds really interesting. Donovan, can you please share how you went about collecting your data?
Oh yeah, absolutely. This was really exciting for us. We put our heads together and came up with a couple strategies to learn more about our fellow students and teachers' perspectives and interests. We utilized student empathy interviews, a fishbowl with our art, computer science, and science teachers, all while doing personal research, which was enhanced by a field trip to 826 Valencia to learn about the benefits podcasts can have on increasing student voices. This actually was a really cool field trip where students had an opportunity to actually create a short podcast about their identity. The joy students showed while writing their stories and recording and sharing them was super inspiring.
Wow, what insights did you discover?
Yeah, Jack, it was fascinating to sit down and really get to hear student perspectives. We found that students preferred for their content to be more interesting and creative while also being inclusive of their interests. Students equated their success in school with performance on tests and large assignments and not how they're experiencing the journey of learning and or the perseverance they engage to be successful at the task. We also learned that students had a limited awareness and knowledge of online resources in school. When students feel enjoyment at school, it is often outside the classroom and is inclusive of social interactions amongst their friends and peers. You know, Jack, what we found most interesting was that students feel more excited and comfortable to engage in conversation of their learning when they themselves have control over who they're talking to and what they are talking about.
Wow, this is making a lot of sense to me. I myself feel so much more excited when I get to investigate and learn new things that I'm interested in. Also, I can totally agree with how much easier it is to sit down and talk with kids my age rather than only sharing what I have learned with adults. Kids are way cooler. So that brings me to wanting to know, what's next for you and your team?
Oh man, we are super excited for what we got planned.
Yeah, I think we may be up to something really cool for our school community.
Basically, we are planning on bringing the structure of podcast to our upper grade classrooms as a way for students to take back their ownership of their learning.
I mean, just think about how much fun students can have developing their own shows, choosing their own content, and then throw in the experience of having to produce the whole thing from start to finish. This could be a real game changer.
Our teachers have been working with their classes to increase their academic conversations, and what better place to practice conversations and learning from each other than a setting like we're here doing today.
So, are you thinking that you will leave it totally up to student choice for the content?
It's about the partnership, Jack, between the students and teachers. For instance, we have requirements of us as 5th graders in so far as what we have to learn to be successful when we enter the 6th grade. So we can't lose sight of those or minimize their importance.
In addition to serving as a structure for student study shows that tackle issues like global warming, sports, and art in schools, podcasts will serve as a different way in which students get to showcase their content learning and learning from each other. Take, for instance, our current theme of westward expansion we are exploring during the Writer's Workshop. Students are being tasked to select a relevant topic to research and write a paper on. Think about how cool it would be if students hosted a podcast and invited the student experts in to be interviewed about their topic of research.
Not only is this enhancing their writing of the project and enduring understanding of their topic, but it also provides an opportunity for students to discuss the challenges they faced in obtaining their research, or how this topic relates to current affairs, or even their life experiences. It then becomes more than just a way to showcase learning. It also becomes a platform for students to reflect on their experiences as learners.
Wow, that sounds super cool. But there's one problem. What is it all going to take to make this magic happen?
Jack, this is only going to take off like a rocket to outer space with a generous sponsorship from our community partners.
The initial cost to get this running on campus. We are looking at a price tag of approximately $22,000. That's right, I said $22,000.
To break it down, we need $9,500 for a whisper room, soundproof recording booth, recording pod, $490 for a sound trap subscription for 100 students, $400 for 2 podcast studio recording mics, and $560 for field interview recording mics so we can interview people around our community.
We also rely on the expertise of our fabulous teachers for guidance, and that equates to $2,750 for extended calendar planning time.
And finally, to ensure that there's sustainability and ensuring that the structure continues into the next school year, we are requesting an additional $8,000 to consult and to support podcast teams during lunchtime and or after school.
Leah, don't forget the $300 we need to make sure we are getting the nutritional needs that will keep our brain functioning at a high level.
I'm so impressed with the amount of time and energy you have put into this project. I myself have learned so much from all of you, and you got me thinking of so many ideas. I think the experience of taking the initiative and solving problems with peers at school is super cool. Sounds like a great way to make students feel more comfortable while talking and engaging with their peers. In closing, I'm really interested in hearing from each of you your reflections on how this project has impacted you.
I guess I could go first. What I really enjoyed and learned from the most in this experience was the student empathy interviews. It was so interesting to hear all of the different opinions and interests of my peers. I was really proud of us as a team to be able to connect all of this shared insight and develop an idea for change from it.
Much like Donovan, I really enjoyed the experience of talking and learning from my peers about ways to enhance our learning and culture. I also am so thankful for my team and the effort we put in to really think outside the box and truly come up with an innovative idea for change.
For me, this was the first time that I have been asked to be on a team that was putting their heads together to take the lead on changing learning experiences for students. I'm grateful for the experience and want to thank my teammates for their efforts.
This team is amazing. I really appreciate you all for taking the time to come in and share your learnings and ideas for innovation in schools. It is so important that you continue to push for more ways to increase student agency. Student voices are essential on the front lines of change in schools. I wish you all the best and can't wait to hear about your project getting funded. All right, thank you listeners for tuning in to Noises from the Bear Cave with your host, me, Jack. If you like our show, please sponsor Jose Ortega's podcast project. Join us next week where we will be discussing equitable ways to enhancing social, emotional learning in schools.